Hi everyone, happy Friday. So today I'm going to tell you all about how to contour and what the difference between bronzing and contour is. And I'm going to show you a few of my favourite contouring products. So just to start off, I'm just going to show you, so I have this Pro palette, but it just has a lot of different colours in it. So the difference between contouring and bronzing is the shade of the powder. So this is a very cool toned powder and this one is very cool toned, but this is very warm, and so you could use this as a bronzer, or this is very warm and you could use it as a bronzer, or these sort of colors are very warm and you could use them as bronzers. So I have a few different ones that have that come individually. So my Too Faced milk chocolate one. So this is a little bit cool, but it actually comes off very warm on your face. And a lot of the Too Faced milk chocolate Soleil bronzers are all very warm. So they are just to bronze up your face and make you look more warm. So I've just done my foundation, concealer and powder and my eyebrows. So I'm onto the bronzing stage. So I'm going to also show you, I bought this Bare Minerals bronzer a long time ago. So it's called the High Dive, and they've got two bronzers in this sort of packaging. I think they've updated them, but they are both really super beautiful. This is for deeper skin, and the High Dive is a great bronzer slash contour, so you can sort of get away with contouring and bronzing at the same time. And another product that I find that I can get away with bronzing and contouring at the same time is this NARS Laguna bronzer, because I feel like this color isn't too warm and it's not too cool, and it's just a good color to sort of give you color but also give you the definition and which you're wanting from a contour. So the other thing is, when you've got really fair skin, when you put on like a deeper blush, so this is Orgasm from NARS, when you put on a deeper blush as opposed to something like this, which is quite light and peachy, this can actually give you a very defined cheek and give you a very natural glow and give your life back to your skin when you've got your foundation concealer on, because at the moment I look quite dead and one-dimensional because I don't have any shape to my face. So yeah, and the other one, that the Hourglass ambient bronzing powders, they are so beautiful. There's ones that are more cool toned and then ones that are more like orangey and have the red tone and undertone. I know Clarins do a big bronzer which comes out every year, and they do one and it's very red undertone, so it gives you that natural like sunburn sort of tan, while some people love that like orangey sort of bronzer, which is going to give you sort of that fake tan sort of look. So it really depends on your undertones in your skin as to what sort of bronzer you have. But I'm just showing you, so whatever bronzer you have at home, I want you to grab it, and if you have a cool toned one, then that's really great, and if you have a warm tone one, it's also just as good. So we're going to do two steps today. We're going to bronze and we're also going to contour. Okay, so this is a different type of bronzer, but in this Hourglass Radiant powder, the ambient lighting powder, this one here is Radiant Light, and I actually find that it's supposed to be sort of like a highlight for deeper skin tones, but I actually really love using it as a bronzer because it really warms up my face and it gives me a bit of a glow. So what I'm going to do is just dip my brush. So I've got a few, just any brush that is a bit dense, and it's got, so this one is a bit tapered so that it will like get into the hollows of my cheek. But also I just pinch a brush sometimes and I'm able to get my contour. But with bronzing, you're not wanting to pinch the brush, you're just wanting to add colour to your cheek, and we're doing it in a 3 motion. And we're just adding general colour to our face. So it's just going to be on the forehead, on the temples, and then going underneath your cheekbone. So if I go, it's underneath that cheekbone there, and I'm just putting it, but I'm also putting it on my cheek as well. So I'm allowing it to almost go for all of this area, just to give my cheek a lot of colour. And then I'm continuing it down underneath my jawline, and I always like to go down this part, so where my jaw is here, it stops. I always like to go down my neck just to give my neck some definition, and you can go, because this line travels all the way in, you can give that definition. So bronzing is sort of all about giving your face colour. So any colour that you have at home that's just a few shades darker than your foundation is going to be a perfect bronzer, and it's going to add a little bit of colour to your face. And a lot of people love adding colour on their nose just so that they can spread the colour around evenly. So now that we've done our bronzing, so we've got a bit of colour, we've got a bit of definition, but we just don't have the real definition that we want, because, and this is great for an everyday look, but I always love to use something like this, like the NARS Laguna, just to be able to give my cheeks more definition, because I feel like, well, I've got quite chubby cheeks and I want that more defined jawline and more defined cheek. I also wanted to say, so the whole theory about colour, about where to contour is, so I have a heart-shaped face, but my jawline is quite square. So it means that I want to make my face look more like my heart-shaped face on the bottom. So I want to contour this part of my face, so that my premise is, so if you have an oval face, then whatever is outside of the oval, so just up here for me and down here, just on the corners of my jaw, are the places that, if I did an oval on my face, are the places where I would need to contour. So if you do a little oval and then you find that your cheeks are sticking out, then what you can do is on the top of your cheek, you can just bronze there, and that will make it look like, or give the illusion that your cheeks are in a little bit. But some people also love that look, and they love their natural cheekbones being really high. So it really depends on what you want to do with your contour, and you can really play with it to suit your skin and to look the way that you want your face to look. So when I do this, I'm taking my Laguna bronzer, I'm going under my cheekbone, but I'm going more defined and making sure that this is just in one area. I love all of the faces that we pull when we're doing our makeup. Okay, so that's giving me some definition on my cheeks. I'm just going to do a little bit up in my hairline. Just to, so if you've got a big forehead, then you can contour the top and that will make it look smaller. Or if you've got a wide forehead, then you can contour the sides and it will bring it in a little bit. And I'll just do the other side. I like doing the sides of my temples, the sides of my forehead as well. but that's just because I've been used to doing it. Because I always thought that bronzing and contouring were the same thing, so I just do the 3 with the contour powder. But this has sort of changed the way that I look at my skin and everything. So I'm going under my jaw. So we're just being more cautious than we were before with our bronzer, because it's a deeper shade and also it's more cool toned. So the purpose is to give the illusion that the area is sunken in or is not there. So now I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to do a little triangle. So my contour is here, but I'm going to do a little triangle this way, and just to get rid of or give the illusion that my jaw doesn't stick out as much as it does. And so that will get rid of my square jaw when I'm looking face on at people. So I'm just doing a little triangle here. Okay, so that's just brought my chin in a little bit, and it's amazing because now my face looks like an oval. So the Too Faced, they do all sorts of shades that are darker than this, and they have a really great shade range of bronzers. Hourglass have a really great shade range of bronzers and also contours that are a little bit more cool toned. And then NARS have their classic Laguna bronzer, but I think they have other colours that are deeper for deeper skin tones. And then my Bare Minerals one, which I've had for a long time, and it is very trusty. I would always recommend a Bare Minerals bronzer to anyone. And the lighter version of this is really beautiful. I can't remember the name of it, but and then they've got the High Dive, but they've also brought out new bronzers and they're just really lovely as well. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of blush to my face. And I'm just going to use a NARS blush. I really love the NARS blushes because they're very buildable, so you never feel like you're going to be putting too much product on your skin, and you can't really overdo it with the NARS blushes. Well, you can try, but I don't think you can really overdo it. And they're just very buildable, so you can put on that first layer and then build it up, while some are so pigmented that when you put it on, it's like a pink like circle on your cheek, and then you go, oh my gosh, how am I going to blend this out? And it just, some blushes just don't blend into the skin that well, or are just more pigmented, and it does depend on what you like. But if you are starting out with makeup or wanting to invest in a blush, then, and also I'm going to do, then the NARS are a good place to go. I'm also going to do my cousin's tip that she taught me, and just, I'm going to put some of my blush on my nose just to give me that sunburn sort of healthy glow. So we've put a bit of bronzer on the sides and then just a bit of blush on my nose to give me a little bit more colour. With blush, you can bring it up around your temples if you feel like it, and that can also give you some more colour. So I hope you guys all enjoyed my tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. So please like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting every Wednesday, but here and there might be a few more videos out. I'm so excited to be able to do videos on YouTube, because it just allows me to not have to break it up so much like the Instagram stories. And also I was finding with the Instagram stories that I was having to talk so quickly to get everything that I was wanting to say out, and then it would get cut off, or it just wasn't the quality that I wanted it to be. So this allows me to edit the video properly and just have a really great quality video for my followers. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!